Colorado High School Activities Association basketball is on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com tonight from University High School. It's the Brush Beat Diggers against the University Bulldogs, and the game is underway right there. Opening tip brought to you by Buildings by Design. Trent Mount over to Corbin Massey. Now to Marcus Contreras to Dunker. Ryan Dunker looking for Gunnar Guzman. Swings it right side to Mount. Pulls up from 10. No good. The rebound to Guzman. He goes off the glass and he misses. And the ball is loose. It's picked up by Isaac Natividad of University. On the outside left, three in the air. That's good, and that's made by Chance Hurtado. We'll set the lineups here. Beat Diggers starting lineup. Savings Loan. Proud to be Northeast Colorado locally owned hometown savings and loan. Locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush, available 24/7 for your banking needs. Mount swings it near the top to Corbin Massey. Guarded over there, Isaac Natividad. On the right side to Mount against Chance Hurtado. Here is Dunker right of the lane. He forces up a shot, misses, but Gunnar Guzman grabs the rebound off the glass. And he scores. Beat Diggers now 3-2, 1 minute in. University 2-2 in Patriot League play, 7-6 overall. Beat Diggers 2-3 in league play, 8-5 on the season. Hurtado misses, and the ball is loose. It's pinballed into the hands of Marcus Contreras. Here comes Dunker on the outlet. Dunker on the outside right in the right quarter for Mount. Can't take the three. Hurtado right on top of him. Bounce pass right of the lane to Massey. He's cut off of Natividad. To Marcus Contreras, right-hander dribble back out near the timeline to Trent Mount at the free throw. Bounce Guzman turns, looks, spins it back out to Mount. Now to Contreras on the outside left to Massey. 6:24 to go, opening quarter. University 3, Brush 2. Dunker with the basketball. Dunker bounce pass to the cutting Contreras, and he banks and he misses. The rebound to Guzman, he banks and misses. And the rebound into the hands of Will Osborne, but that's 3 early rebounds for Gunnar Guzman. Hurtado for University into the front court. The outside left to Paul Medina. Picked up by Contreras at the top for Osborne. Dribble was right. On the outside right, poked out of bounds by Mount, intended for Chance Hurtado. Ron Albo a little bit under the weather tonight. Always hope he's getting better. On the outside right, Hurtado gets a pick from Osborne. Back out on the outside left there to Andre Chacon, the lone freshman starting on either side. Here's Osborne with the basketball, hands it off. Back over to Natividad. Over to Chacon. Into the lane to Osborne, left corner to Hurtado. Picked up by Dunker, dribbling to his right. Long possession for University. Osborne, top of the three-point circle. Outside left to Hurtado. Dunker right on top of him. Maintains the dribble, picks it up, lobs it left baseline for Chacon. Poked away by Guzman and intercepted. Here is Ryan Dunker the other way. Dunker right of the lane, spinning. Oh, he scoops it up, but he's fouled. A nice spin move there by Ryan Dunker. The foul committed by Natividad. And Dunker to the line, shoot 2 with 5:23 to go first quarter. University leads by a 3-2 count. And the Ryan Dunker free throw is in. And free throw coming for the junior. That one is up, and that's in and out. And the ball is tipped around. It's into the hands of Natividad in the corner. Across the timeline, deadlocked at 3 at the free throw line in the lane. Johnson scores. He beat the Beat Digger defense, and Chacon has given University a 5-3 lead. Corbin Massey the other way, over to Dunker in the lane. He forces it up, but he was fouled. Excellent contact that Dunker drew against Paul Medina. He clutched, but he knew he was going to pick up the foul. So Dunker to the stripe again, and that's one thing the Beat Diggers have to do, attack the basket. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games, and one of the reasons is because they're not attacking, but they've done so in the early going, and the first free throw for is in and out. Second free throw upcoming, that is up, and that is in and out as well. But the ball is volleyballed into the hands of Trent Mount. Beat Diggers reset over to Dunker on the left baseline. Cross court to Massey. He's trapped over to Guzman. He banks and he misses. Boy, Gunnar Guzman has missed some easy shots here. And the rebound to Andre Chacon. The way, Hurtado with the basketball. At top, back out to Natividad. Picked up by Massey. 5-3, 4:42 to go in the opening quarter. University with the lead from Hurtado just beyond the timeline. Contreras on the outside right to Medina. Medina spinning. Back out to Natividad. And Massey is right on top of him, almost forcing contact there. Natividad pulls up from 10, and that's off the front of the rim. and it glances into the hands of Chacon. He banks and scores. That ricocheted right into Chacon. He's got 4, and University leads 7-3, 4 to go. First quarter from Greeley. Massey on the outside right, back out to Contreras behind the three-point line. To his left at the top for Dunker. Dunker bounce pass to the cutting Massey underneath the basket, kicks it back out to Mount. Mount backs up for a 3, and that's off to the left. Rebound to Dunker. Dunker goes back up. He double clutches and misses. Paul Medina has the rebound. B-Diggers missing a lot of shots underneath the basket. It's 7-3 as the ball is knocked out by Mount, intended over there at midcourt for Isaac Natividad. B-Diggers make the first substitutions of the game. Adrian Lopez and Ben Brown are in. And at midcourt, Chance Hurtado to throw it in. And only one beat checked out. It was nearly a technical had the ball been inbounded. But the second one checks out. Here's Chacon over to Hurtado. Hurtado on the high right, guarded by Dunker. Left-handed dribble in the corner. Chacon against Guzman. B-Diggers in a man-to-man. Dunker against Hurtado. And actually, University's got the basketball, but B-Diggers are being very aggressive. 14-footer is around and no good by Osborne, just inside the free throw line. Ryan Dunker's got the rebound. Long pass over to Brown. Back out to Dunker on the outside right to Mount. T-Money straight away to Brown. Brown in the lane, then has the ball stripped, but it's taken by Guzman off the deflection, and they'll sit it once again to Trent Mount. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the first, University 7, Brush 3 on the high right. Ben with the basketball against the much taller Will Osborne, looking down low. Bounce pass near the timeline over to Trent Mount. On the high left to Adrian Lopez. Dribbles into the lane all the way off the glass, and he misses off to the right. Gunnar Guzman grabs the rebound, and he misses short again. Well, Gunner's had opportunities, 5 runs, but he's only got 2 points to show for it. Hurtado right side fake, stripped by Mount, but Mount committed the foul. It's Brush's first foul of the game. Your groundwater professionals, Kuntz Pump and Well Supply in Atwood, that is serving their customers for over 30 years. 522-2035. And Austin Perry into the game for the first time. Also in for University, Logan Menlove. With a basketball, getting a pick is Natividad. Natividad all the way, kicks it back out to Medina. Swings it on the outside right to Hurtado. In the lane, pulls up from 10 off the back of the rim. And the ball is rebounded by Chacon. Had it stripped away, but taken by Menlo. He misses. And then Dunker has it. Looked like Dunker was tied up. Was by Menlo. Possession arrow University. Ryan Dunker's done a nice job on boards, but again, University's getting a good performance from the freshman Andre Chacon on the outside right. Hurtado, right corner, 3, Natividad. Yes. Isaac Natividad extends the lead. University's on a 7-0 run. They lead 10-3 with 2:09 to go. That was excellent right off the pick, and the B-Diggers were shielded defensively. Ben Brown in the right corner for Lopez. Out to Brown, straight away to Mount. Mount against Chance Hurtado. Swings it left side to Ryan Dunker. Dunker on the left baseline to Perry. Underneath the back, double lead. Pass back out to Dunker. Left wing 3 is a brick. Hit nothing but pass. And the rebound is into the hands of Natividad, into Chacon all the way, puts it up and he misses. Menlove gets it, he banks, and he misses. And Ben Brown grabs a rebound. Foul by Menlove. Menlove's first. And Ben Brown, even though he gives away several inches to Menlove, was able to get up there and grab that rebound. B-Digger basketball in the backcourt. Third team foul against University. The B-Diggers with only 1. And to throw it in T-Money. Trent Mount, Corbin Massey back in, Adrian Lopez, Austin Perry, and Ben Brown. And what's the one thing that Coach Whipple said on Tuesday night in the loss to the Tigers? We got to find a way to put the ball in the hole, and they've not done that. I mean, 3 points is basically being shut out with only 1:27 to go in the opening quarter. Massey in the left corner for Lopez, over to Brown. Brown at the free throw line, in the lane, puts up a little 7-footer, and that hits the front of the rim, and a foul on the B-Diggers as Andre Chacon grabs his 5th rebound, and the foul, I believe, was on Ben Brown. That would be his first. And it is. And the Bulldogs come the other way. Keep in mind that University, like Brush, played Sterling at home Sterling beat Brush rather handily. University lost to Sterling in overtime, 48-43 a few weeks ago. On the outside right into the game is Nate Martinez out there with Griffin Mom. Mom now has the basketball on the high right. Entry pass to Menlove. Down low, Chacon banks and scores with the left hand. And the freshman's got 6 points and 5 rebounds. University's on a 9-0. They lead 12-3. 48 seconds to go in the first. Lopez gets a pick from Perry, left of the lane all the way. Shot is blocked out of there, but Perry grabs it, and he scores off the back of the rim. It was blocked by Menlo, but right there, Austin Perry to grab the loose change, stopping the 9-0 run. 12-5 University, 32 seconds to go, opening quarter. With the basketballs, ball right corner for Martinez, dribbles to his left at the free throw line, back out to Chacon. They'll spread it out, kind of a four corners type of offense. They might take the final shot of the opening quarter. With the basketball, Natividad dribbles by 2 into the lane, right corner, Chacon 3, and that's an air ball. The ball is loose, and it's still loose, and it's out of bounds off Menlove. Beat Diggers will have it. One final possession in the opening quarter with 10 seconds remaining. A lightning fast first quarter. Lopez, jump pass, front court to Perry. Perry swings it to Brown. 3 seconds to go. Brown's going to have to back up and shoot a low one, and that's going to be off to the left. That three-pointer missed. And that's the end of the first quarter. Not a good one for the Bead Diggers. It's University 12, Brush 5, a 1-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back in Greeley at University High School. Go to the second quarter. University leads Brush 12-5. Apologies for any minor dropouts or glitches during the broadcast here. Ryan Dunker has the basketball for Brush on the outside right, pulls up inside the free throw line and scores. Little 14-footer for Ryan Dunker. The University lead is down to 5, 12-7. It's Contreras, Mounts, Massey, Dunker, and Guzman for Brush. Here with the basketball's Griffin Mom for University, out there with Isaac Natividad, Nate Martinez, Andre Chacon, and Logan Menlove. Menlove on the outside right. The three is out and missed over there. And there's a foul over the back. It was missed by Griffin Mom, and the foul was committed by Menlove. That's his second. So Bead Digger basketball. Let's see if they can have a much better second quarter than first. Barry Holgerson checks in for University. Bead Diggers in their road maroons, University in their home whites. Backcourt pass knocked out of bounds by Chacon. And it will be Bead Digger basketball. To throw it in front of the Bead Digger bench is Contreras. In the backcourt, feeds it to Massey. Massey across the timeline. Massey will set up the offense for Brush. Massey near the top. Swings it left side for Trent Mount. T-Money dribbling to his right. Crossover dribble on the left baseline. Cross court pass there. Here's Contreras with a right wing three. That's off the back of the rim. And the rebound to Mount. He's fouled. Oh, they're going to call that a tie-up. Wow. Looked like Mount clearly had position, but I guess Barry Holgerson did not have any part of his body there on the Bead Digger, Trent Mount. So possession arrow to University. Here's Natividad the other way with the basketball over to Griffin Mom on the outside left to Chacon, guarded by Massey at the top of the three-point circle. Cross court over to Natividad, stripped away, and it's stolen by Trent Mount. Mount with the basketball left of the lane, has a defender in the air. He backs and he misses from 10 feet away. The rebound to Barry Holgerson is first, and then Holgerson had the ball knocked out of bounds by Massey. University retains possession. And here comes Isaac Natividad for University. Natividad dribbles to his right. Dribbles by one. Right corner. The three by Mom is in and out. The rebound is controlled by Holgerson, and he is stuffed right there by Gunnar Guzman. Jump ball situation. The ball never left Holgerson's hand. Well, that's a great play defensively by the Bead Digger, Gunnar Guzman. Possession arrow to Brush. Here is Ryan Dunker for the Bead Diggers. On the outside right against Martinez. Crossover dribble. Pulls up from 12, and that's off the back of the rim. No good, and Gunnar Guzman went over the back. You don't want that foul. He had no position on Isaac Natividad, who grabbed the rebound, but luckily for Gunnar, it's only his first foul. He's played disciplined basketball tonight. And the Bead Diggers with only 3 team fouls, University with 4. Checking back in is Will Osborne for University. 6:08 to go, second quarter. And the Bead Diggers trail 12-7. Inbounds pass to Martinez, pressured by Massey in the backcourt. Now he backs off. Martinez on the outside right to Griffin Mom against Contreras. Contreras right on top, right corner, wide open three. Martinez is no good, but the rebound to Osborne. Dribbles, kicks it back out. Another three, Martinez, that's good. Can't give him too many chances. First points of the quarter for University. They lead 15-7. They led by 8 in the opening quarter as well. In fact, they led by 9. Here's a lob into Massey, and he's fouled off the entry pass. Massey was almost tackled there, went down to the ground, and the foul was committed by Nate Martinez, his first. University with their 15th foul. And Trent Mount to throw it in. Mount bounce pass left of the lane to Guzman. In the left corner, Mount, three in the air. Yes! T-Money! It's the three. The Bead Diggers are to within 5. It's 15-10. The other way for University, it's Medina just back into the game. Right corner to Mom. Pass knocked away by Guzman. Mom gets it right back, deflected to him. Here's Medina right to the free throw line. Right corner. Penetrating now is Mom. And the left-handed back, no good. He gets the rebound. Reverse layup is no good. And the rebound and putback is up and in by Barry Holgerson. The Bead Diggers are getting murdered on the boards here. Other than Gunnar Guzman, they can't grab rebounds. Massey the other way. Bounce pass to Contreras. Defender in the air, and he banks and scores. Nice pump fake there by the junior Marcus Contreras. Rushed down by 5, 17-12, 4:50 to go before the break here from University High School. Medina just across the timeline. Bead Diggers now in a 2-3. Almost like a 2-1-2, actually. Medina, free throw line for Osborne. Left corner, Martinez. Down low with the basketball's Holgerson. Double team, and then he throws it away. It's intercepted by Mount. He's fouled in the back. That's the 16th foul, and the foul's committed by Griffin Mom. And keep in mind, Brush has not committed a single turnover here in the opening 11 and a half minutes of basketball. University has only 3. A well-played game so far. And Gunnar Guzman is out. Into the game is Adrian Lopez. Mount to throw it in. Ben Brown also back in. Here is Dunker with a crossover dribble right in the lane. Bounce pass to Mount, and he goes up and he misses. Rebound to Lopez. Lopez jump pass. That's the first turnover of the game. It's taken away by Griffin Mom. Here comes University the other way, and leaning and scoring in the lane is Paul Medina. Medina drove all the way, and he fingered it in. It's 19-12, and the ball's poked out of bounds into the University bench by Griffin Mom. 19-12 Bulldogs, 4:09 to go, second quarter. Adrian Lopez to throw it in to the right of the University bench. Bounce pass right corner for Dunker. Jump pass intended for Massey, and then bodies go flying. Let's see who the call is on. If that's University, that would be the 17th foul. And it is going to be University. So Corbin Massey with a 1-and-1. They haven't posted who committed the foul. It was Nate Martinez. He's out of the game. Into the game is Isaac Natividad. Now you got to nail your free throws. University's not attempted a free throw. The Corbin Massey free throw is around and no good. Bead Diggers 1 out of 5 from the line. The rebound is controlled by Natividad. His 4th rebound. Cross-court pass to Mom. Now free throw line. Osborne. The Rainbows an air ball, and Ben Brown has it off the hop. Ben Brown on the outlet, looking for the outlet. He takes it across the timeline, feeds Mount to the high left. In the left corner for Adrian Lopez. Back out to T-Money. A 25-foot three. That's a terrible shot and a terrible miss. Got nothing but the bottom of the rim. Medina grabs a rebound. I mean, that was Steph Curry range. Chacon bounce pass down low, turning and missing off the glass. Over there is Griffin Mom. Trent Mount grabs the rebound. Dunker down low for Brown. Bounce pass, and he threw it right into the hands of Paul Medina. Rush turns it over for a second time. 3:23 to go. First half, 19-12 University. Entry pass intended for Chacon, intercepted by Brown. Bead Diggers force University's 4th turnover. T-Money the other way for Brush, over to Lopez. Lopez on the outside left. Guarded by Medina. Now we have a foul away from the ball, an offensive foul on Brush. That'll be a 3rd turnover as well. Were they pointing towards Brown? It was somewhere on the right side. Nope. T-Money. Trent Mount with his 2nd foul. But Brown is out of the game, so is Mount. The end of the game is Armando Salcedo. We haven't seen him today. And also in for the Bead Diggers is Nick Weiser. And no offense for Brush, so they gotta find something. Chance Hurtado with a basketball. Down low, wide open, Chacon. What defense with the Beat Diggers playing? None there. Chacon was by himself. He banked and scored. And University has matched their biggest lead of 9, 21-12. Massey with the basketball, right baseline, right corner, Salcedo 3. That's off the back of the rim. And the rebound to Hurtado. Hurtado with the outlet to Natividad. Into the lane, all the way off the glass, and in. Beat Diggers might need a timeout. That's 5 points for Natividad, and he drove by the entire Beat Digger back end there. 23-12, 2:22 to go, second quarter. Lopez on the outside right towards Weiser. Weiser against Hurtado, dribbling with the left hand, maintains the dribble. Boy, nearly pushed off. Over to Lopez. Beat Diggers need a bucket badly. Bounce pass to Dunker, left of the free throw line, dribbles left baseline. He spins, he leans, and then he's fouled as he missed. Excellent move by Dunker. Had to do anything possible just to create the shot. He'll go to the stripe. And it's Will Osborne committing his first foul. Ryan Dunker will shoot 2 free throws, but Brush is only 1 out of 5 from the line, and Dunker's missed 3 of those 4 free throws that the Beat Diggers have misfired on. Dunker to shoot 2. Looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you? Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance has locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. They can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or provide a quote. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. The first free throw is good. Brush is down by 10, 23-13. Second free throw, yes. Dunker's got 5 in the game. He leads the Beat Diggers. It's 23-14 University. 2 minutes to go, second quarter. On the outside left, Osborne has the ball stolen by Mount. Mount tries to save it in as he was falling out of bounds. It's loose at midcourt. And do we have a tie up here? Oh, no, it was Osborne grabbing it. And then a 30-second timeout called by University. So really not a full steal, not a change of turnovers there statistically. We'll just keep it at that. So with 1:53 to go, second quarter, University calls that 30-second timeout and retains possession of the basketball before the tie-up. Yeah, Brush has just struggled to put the ball in. They missed a lot of shots underneath the basket. Gunnar Guzman had a strong first quarter with 4 of his 5 rebounds, but has been unable to find the bottom of the basket other than once. And that's the one thing when you look at the Beat Diggers this year, their shooting percentage is poor. Well, I wouldn't say the whole year, but certainly the last 4 games. And now it's extended to a 5th. Chacon to throw it in. The Beat Diggers with Salcedo, Weiser, Dunker, T-Money back in, and Eli Urich. Chacon throws it into Natividad out there with Hurtado, Osborne, and Paul Medina. On the high left, Natividad looking down low. Is going to have to feed it back out to Hurtado at the free throw line for Chacon. Right baseline to Osborne, guarded by Salcedo. Kicks it back out. Hurtado, 3 in the air. It's going to be short. And Dunker tips the rebound over to Trent Mount. Mount with a basketball for Brush. The outlet to Salcedo. Feeds it back out to Dunker. 1:27 to go, second quarter. University 23, Brush 14. Dunker on the outside right. Crossover dribble. Dribbles towards the baseline. He spins. Double team in the lane to Urich. And then he threw it towards Weiser, but Weiser was cutting towards the basket, and Urich was throwing it towards the corner. Goes out of bounds. The Beat Diggers turn it over for a 4th time in the quarter. They had no turnovers in the first 11 and a half minutes of the game. Natividad the other way to Hurtado. 1:07 to go. Into the lane to Chacon. Little 10-foot turnaround, back rimmed it. And the ball is tipped into the hands of Trent Mount with his 4th rebound. Mount with under a minute to go in the second quarter. Mount against Hurtado at the top. Dribbling to his right. Maintains the dribble. Back out to Urich straight away. Inside to Mount. He banks and he scores. Nice look there by Eli Urich. And T-Money acknowledging the pass from his teammate. And the Beat Diggers are only down by 7 despite not shooting well. 23-16. 35 seconds to go in the first. Natividad on the outside left. Nearly tied up by Mount in the left corner for Hurtado. Keep in mind, University's not attempted a free throw. Back out to Natividad with 26 seconds to go. Natividad backing up in the left corner. Hurtado had a wide open 3, didn't take it. Cross court to Chacon. He banks and he scores to the right of the basket. Beat Diggers are falling asleep against Chacon on the back end. 25-16, 12 seconds to go. Dunker behind his back at the top on the outside left with 8 seconds to go. Dribbles to his right with 6. Here's Mount on the high right to Weiser with 4. Right corner to Salcedo. Bounce pass to Weiser, and he puts it up off the top of the backboard, and it goes out of bounds. That's the end of the opening half. With the score, University 25 and Brush 16. It's a 3-minute break. We're back in 3 minutes on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers begin the second half trailing by 9 with Marcus Contreras, Trent Mount, Ryan Dunker, Gunnar Guzman, and Corbin Massey. And for University, Isaac Natividad, Paul Medina, Chance Hurtado, along with Andre Chacon, who scored 10 points in the opening half, and Logan Menlove. With the basketballs, Natividad, left baseline, bounce pass down low for Menlo. Ball knocked away out of bounds, and it's off of Brush. T-Money cut off that pass there. And the basketball stays with the Bulldogs. Natividad to throw it in. Looking for the cutter, Manlove, and he banks and scores to the left of the basket again. Interior defense for Brush has not been good. Now they're down 11, 27-16. Dunker the other way. And he banks and scores off the fake pass to Gunnar Guzman. The defense bit. Dunker now with 7. That was a beautiful move by the junior Ryan Dunker. 27-18. The other way in the right corner. Wide open 3. Yes. And that was Andre Chacon left alone. University now has their biggest advantage of 12, 30-18. All of a sudden, the teams have attempted 3 shots, and they made all 3. There's a steal by Chacon all the way. He banks and scores, and the Bee Diggers are off to a terrible start. And a timeout, full timeout, called by Tyrone Whipple. Boy, a 9-point halftime deficit is quickly up to 14 as Brush commits their 5th turnover off a sloppy pass. 32-18 University. We played less than a minute in the quarter, and University scored 7 points. And what the Bee Diggers can do here, I have no idea. I mean, right now they're trying to figure it out. But they definitely have got to play better defense down low. Can't allow easy baskets. Too many of those tonight. Well, that was a quick full timeout. They're back on the court. Timeout brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mullen and Brush, Home Auto Life and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call, 842-4555. Bee Diggers will have the ball in the front court. Underneath the basket, it'll be Contreras to throw it in. Marcus to Mount, or I should say in the backcourt, excuse me. Mount to Contreras across the timeline. On the high left to Corbin Massey. University's in a man-to-man right now. Massey on the high right to Dunker off the chest pass. Dribbling to his left against Paul Medina. Swings it right side to Mount. At the free throw line for Guzman. Dribbles right of the lane now. Back out to Dunker in the right corner. Dunker crossover dribble into the lane. He leans. He hooks it up and he threw up an air ball. But he gets the rebound back. It must have been partially tipped. Knocked out of bounds by Medina. Bee Diggers retain possession. Yeah, you can't catch your own miss unless it's tipped away, and a University Bulldog must have gotten a hand on it. Mount to throw it in. Lobbing to Massey, fakes the 3, dribbles right in the lane all the way, scoops it up, and he misses, threw up an air ball, and Gunnar Guzman wrestles away the University player for the rebound. Bee Diggers reset. Dunker with 6:25 to go in the third, picks up his dribble at the top for Massey. Massey on the left side for Guzman, now to Dunker near the left corner. Dunker against Medina, dribbles to his right. Lob left baseline for Massey. Backs it out to Mount. Mount can't take that 3. On top of him is Natividad. Now he takes a 3, and he bricked it off the back of the rim. And the rebound into the hands of Natividad. Natividad left to the lane all the way. Forces up a shot and misses back rim. Marcus Contreras with a rebound for Brush's second. On the outlet to T-Money. 5:53 to go. Third quarter. Massey to Dunker. Near that left baseline. Dunker lobs it now down low to Guzman. He fell down. He's got the ball. Now it's going to be, no, not tied up. He called a timeout. He did call a timeout. Nice job there. And that should be a 30, I believe. Brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. 32-18. It is a 30. Well, that saved a possession for Brush. And the way things are going here, they might not have too many more possessions that are productive. All they have tonight are 7 field goals and 1 3-pointer. The offensive woes continue for the Bead Diggers. Mount to throw it in. Out there with Saucedo now. Contreras, Dunker, and Massey. They'll switch off and Armando to trigger it in. In the front court. In the left corner for Massey. Dribbles to his right. Behind the back pass was intercepted by Natividad. Bead Diggers with their 6th turnover. Natividad trapped in the back court. Jump pass to Medina underneath his own basket. Now he tries to get it across the timeline, and it's tipped away by Dunker. Intercepted Saucedo to Dunker all the way. Lean, shoots, fouled as he misses. 5th turnover against University, and the University foul committed by Paul Medina, his 2nd. But the Bead Diggers have a long way to go if they're going to get back in this game down by 14. And the free throw is good. I mean, a couple of threes would do it, but Rush has only made 1 3. Adrian Lopez in for Corbin Massey. And quite frankly, University is denying those long shots because the Bead Diggers have done very little down low as well. 2nd free throw is up, and that's a round and good. And Ryan Dunker's made his last 4 after missing 3 of his first 4. University 32, Brush 20. 5:20 to go, 3rd quarter from Greeley. Across the timeline is Natividad against Adrian Lopez in the left corner. Dribbling against him. Protects that dribble. Back out near the top. Jump pass to Chacon. Left baseline. He kicks it back out to Natividad. Fakes the 3. Contreras right there. Dribbles right of the lane. Right corner. Hurtado. Left-handed dribble. Jump pass. Left wing. Natividad misses the little 10-footer. The rebound and the putback is up and in by Menlov. A little banker from about 3 feet away. 34-20 Bulldogs. 4:49 to go. Here's Lopez in the 3rd. Dunker, left corner 3 is around and no good. Rebound to Mount. Mount fades, shoots, and he misses short. And Menlov has the rebound. Bead Diggers again cannot buy a basket, but then the ball's intercepted by Dunker. Behind the back to Lopez, left-handed shot, and he missed it. Dunker gets it. He fakes, he shoots, and he misses. And Chacon grabs the rebound. Incredible. The Bead Diggers cannot buy a basket here. I mean, at least not consistently. They'll get 1 every minute and a half or 2. Hurtado over to Chacon. Chacon on the outside right to Medina. Pulls up inside the 3-point line. Yes. Paul Medina now with 4. University has their biggest lead, 36-20, and Dunker's fouled at the free throw line. 2nd team foul against the Bulldogs. It's committed over there by Natividad, his 2nd personal. No player has more than 2 fouls in the game. The Bead Diggers have Trent Mount with 2, and that's it. And Ben Brown is in there for Marcus Contreras with 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, and the Bulldogs lead by 16. T-Money, 3/4 court. In the right corner, bounce pass to Dunker. Dunker inside to Brown, and his shot is blocked out of bounds by Chacon. Needed a pump fake there, didn't do it. I think he tried to surprise Chacon, but Chacon was ready for him. Saucedo to throw it in. Lobs it at the top for Dunker. Fakes the 3, dribbles into the lane, swings it right corner. Mount 3 is up and good. T-Money hits another 3. He's got 8. But the Bead Diggers are down by a baker's dozen, 36-23. And then Dunker commits the foul right at midcourt. That's his first personal, as Natividad was maintaining the dribble. And it's the first team foul for the Bead Diggers here in the 2nd half. Inbounds pass to Medina. Medina against Dunker, gets a pick over there from Hurtado. Maintains the dribble, jump pass, free throw line for Menlov. Right corner, Hurtado fakes the 3. Right baseline, Menlov, and he banks, and it scores. Man, the ball held up on the rim, but it went down. A strong move. He's got 6 in the quarter. 38-23 Bulldogs. Ben Brown against Chacon. Looking, spinning to Lopez in the left corner for Saucedo. Saucedo bounce pass left of the lane for Dunker. Backs up, maintains the dribble. No look pass to Saucedo. He turns, he banks, and he misses. The rebound to Lopez. Turns, and he puts up an air ball. The rebound to Ben Brown. Bead Diggers trying here. The Mount 3 is off the back of the rim. Another rebound to Adrian Lopez. Lopez underneath the basket. Back out to Mount, and Mount tried to save it in, and it went out of bounds. Brush commits their 7th turnover. And Brush cannot score down low. They've had so many misses. 2:48 to go. I mean, they're giving it their best here. It's just the three by Chacon in the left corner is an air ball, and Salcedo has it for Brush. Here's Dunker in the right corner for Brown. Penetrates all the way. Brown underneath the basket. He's going to have to throw it back out to Salcedo. Now to Dunker. Dunker on the right wing, picked up by Medina. On the high right to Lopez. Into the lane to Mount, and Mount is fouled as he went up for the shot. He's going to shoot two, and it looked like Chance Hurtado got him with a body. So here we go with Trent Mount shooting a deuce. One of the quicker moving games. We're almost through three quarters. We're not even that close to 8 o'clock yet. And the Bead Diggers with a 15-point deficit they've got to make up here. Incredibly enough, University has not attempted a single free throw. But they will in the fourth quarter. The Bead Diggers can make it close because Brush will be in foul mode. You can believe that. That's F-O-U-L. As in the basketball version of foul. Another substitution for the Bead Diggers. Ray Cordova into the game for the first time. Cordova, Lopez, Mount, Brown, and Massey. Trent Mount has 9 points. And it's off to the left, and the rebound controlled by Chacon. Chacon with 15 points and 8 rebounds. He's a freshman, but you put up numbers like that, that's why you start. Over to Natividad, 38-24 University, 2:11 to go, third quarter. Natividad behind the three-point line on the right side in the right corner. Down low, here's Menlo. He's double-teamed, hands it off Chacon, and he puts it up off the glass and in on the right side from 5 feet away. Chacon too good, 17 points. And it's a 16-point lead. Ben Brown on the high right. Over to Lopez. Lopez right into the lane, spinning on Natividad, and he banks and scores. He forced it up there and almost pushed off. Lopez scores for the first time. Natividad took a blow to the face. They stop it right there. He's going to have to leave the game, it looks like. 40-26. I don't know why all 5 University players are walking towards the sideline. It's just one player leaving the game, and Paul Medina's back in. It's not an official timeout. The Bead Diggers were huddling, but they were all inbounds. They kind of use it as a timeout. Chacon to throw it in. Bead Diggers apply the pressure, down by 14 with 1:44 to go in the third. Medina bounce pass in the backcourt to Nate Martinez, now back into the game. Martinez on the high left to Paul Medina against Lopez. At the top of the three-point circle, back out to Chacon on the outside left. Here is Griffin Malm back in. Malm against Ben Brown on the high right to Medina. Maintains the left-handed dribble, dribbles the ball off his foot, picks it up, gets it back out to Menlo. Now straight away to Martinez, 1:17 to go in the third. They're milking this clock here quite a bit. Martinez picks up his dribble, lobs down low for Medina, reverse layup, and he missed it. And the rebound into the hands of Ray Cordova of Brush. Here comes Mount the other way in the lane, scoops it up, and it got partially blocked to the left of the basket, taken out of there by Malm. Here's Martinez, 55 seconds to go. Martinez throws up a runner off the glass and misses. Trent Mount grabs the rebound of the Bead Diggers. That's number 6. Long baseball pass to Corbin Massey. Back out on the high right to Brown. Brown with 45 to go. Entry pass to Lopez. All the way, scoops it up and blocked out of bounds. Blocked out of bounds by Menlo. And Ryan Dunker checked out briefly. He's back into the game for Trent Mount. With 42.5 seconds to go, and the Bead Diggers down by 14. Lopez to throw it in. Bounce pass on the high right is taken by Ben Brown. Swings it in the right corner now. We've got a whistle. And that is going to be a defensive foul away from the ball on Nate Martinez. For University, their 14th foul. Martinez with his third. Dunker to throw it in. Lobs it on the outside right to Brown. Right baseline to Dunker. He's single-teamed over there. Has to dribble it back out with 31 seconds to go. Cordova on the high left gets a pick at the top for Massey. Massey crossover dribble into the lane. Trapped back out to Lopez. Left wing three is in and out. And the long rebound to Ben Brown. Brown's got 4 boards. Feeds it back out to Dunker. 17 seconds to go. At the top for Cordova. Hands it off to Dunker. Dunker with 12 to go. Left-handed dribble. Bounce pass to the cutting Brown. Puts up a little 7-footer. Good for Ben Brown. To the left of the basket, his first points. 4 seconds to go. Medina in the backcourt with 3. With 2. Jump pass is taken by Martinez, puts it up from 40, and that's off the left side of the rim. And that's it. We have played 3 quarters. University leads Brush 40-28 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The B-Diggers were outscored 15-12 in the third quarter, trail 40-28. Let's begin the fourth. Ben Brown with the basketball out there with Adrian Lopez, Trent Mount, Ryan Dunker, and Ray Cordova. On the outside left, Brown back out to Dunker, guarded by Paul Medina. Also out there, Barry Holgerson, offensive foul, illegal screen set by Cordova. And for Brush, it's also their 8th turnover. Cordova with his first personal. It's Medina, Osborne, Martinez, Mom, and Holgerson, as I mentioned, for University. On the outside right, Mom against Trent Mount. Lobs it at the top for Osborne. On the outside left, Martinez backs up for a 3. Book it! Nate Martinez has 2 threes. It's a 15-point lead for the Bulldogs, 43-28. And then Lopez stripped, but taken away by Dunker off the deflection. Back out to Cordova. Cordova feeds Mounts just beyond the timeline. Bounce pass into lane to Dunker. Dunker is double-teamed. He's going to swing it back out to Ben Brown on the right baseline. Brown on the outside right to Cordova, now to Dunker. Left wing to Mount. Mount fakes the 3, dribbles at the free throw line, back out to Dunker. Dunker dribbles by 1, puts up a 12-foot rainbow. Yes! Ryan Dunker using his body nicely to create separation. He now has 11. 43-30. Medina across the timeline. Bounce pass to Holgerson. He banks and scores easily. It was a little 5-on-4 situation. B-Diggers couldn't catch up. 45-30. Dunker the other way. Into the lane. Spinning, hooking, missing. Osborne with a rebound. Osborne with a jump pass to Martinez. They've got a 3-on-2. Swings it left side. Holgerson banks and misses. Trent Mount comes away with a basketball for Brush's 7th board. Mount into the front court by himself. Left of the lane. Scoops it up and in off the glass. T-Money with a strong move. Has got 11 in the game, but the B-Diggers are still down by double digits. University 45, Brush 32. And then Medina's fouled in the front court. 3rd team foul against the B-Diggers. And that foul was committed by Ryan Dunker, his 2nd. Here come Gunnar Guzman and Corbin Massey into the game for Dunker, a limping Ryan Dunker and Ray Cordova. And to throw it in is going to be Nate Martinez. Martinez bounce pass to Holgerson, banks and misses. The rebound to Osborne. Back out towards Martinez. Man, they've grabbed some easy rebounds tonight. Martinez with 6 minutes to go, feeds Medina. Medina against Massey. And then stripped by Massey. Then Massey falls down, picks it up, and then bounces it to Guzman, and he bounces it up and in, and a foul! The foul committed by Barry Holgerson. The B-Diggers forced the turnover. Massey on his butt bounced it over to Guzman, who banked it in. Guzman to the line. The B-Diggers can make this a 10-point game. And Nate Martinez is out. And again, University has not attempted a free throw in the game. For the B-Diggers, this will be their 12th, and that one's up and off the back of the rim. And the ball is loose. It's picked up by Osborne. Brush has not shot free throws well tonight. Left of the lane. Natividad back out to Osborne in the high right to Medina. Medina against Massey. Spinning on Massey. Hands it off to Mom. Griffin Mom gets a pick. Feeds it left side to Holgerson. Now back to Natividad, guarded by Lopez. 5.5 to go, and Lopez pokes it out of bounds into the University crowd. And it is University basketball just beyond midcourt. Osborne throws it into the backcourt to Isaac Natividad. Natividad dribbles by Lopez, who tripped him up. 14 foul for Lopez. That's his first personal. Yeah, we're going to see free throws soon here for University. Because if the B-Diggers stay within anywhere from 10 to 12 points, they could be fouling in the final couple of minutes. We still have 5:25 to go. You got to play good defense at this point. Griffin Mom to throw it in. Mom lobbing for Holgerson. Holgerson finds the guard and feeds it to Paul Medina. Medina right of the lane, down low for Holgerson. He's fouled on the entry pass. Now the B-Diggers are getting a little bit tired, reaching, and Ben Brown commits that foul. That's his 2nd. Brush was playing defense more with their feet, and Tyrone Whipple senses that. He calls a full timeout, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Home Auto Life and Health State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. 842-4555. As with 5:18 to go in the game, University leads Brush 45-34. The Bee Diggers have 2 players in the double-digit scoring column. Ryan Dunker's got 11, as does Trent Mount. But that's the issue. 22 of the 34 points have been scored by 2 players. Not a lot of balance. But University doesn't have a ton either. They've got 17 points from the freshman, Andre Chacon, who the Bee Diggers have been unable to handle in this game. It's Mount, Guzman, Massey, Lopez, and Brown for Brush. The Bulldogs break the huddle with Natividad, Osborne, Malm, Holgerson, and Medina. And in the front court, it'll be Natividad to the right of the basket to throw it in. Down low for Osborne. He banks and he misses, but the ball is loose and it's picked up by Mount. Nearly grabbed again there by University. They can make this a single-digit game with a bucket. Lopez into the lane, puts up a 5-foot runner off the glass, and he missed it. Holgerson grabs the rebound. Over to Natividad. 5 minutes to go in the game. Natividad, right corner, faking the 3 over there is Mom. Back out to Medina. The Bee Diggers now in a man-to-man. Natividad dribbles right of the lane against Brown. Forces up a shot, misses badly. Gunnar Guzman grabs a rebound. That's his first of the second half and his 7th of the game. Over to Mount. Bounce pass to Ben Brown. Brown to the right baseline. Feeds it in the corner for Guzman. Back out to T-Money. Trent Mount to the high right against Griffin Mom. Gets a pick from Guzman. Dribbles right baseline. Offensive foul. Guzman turned that hip. And for the Bee Diggers, it is their 9th turnover. An illegal screen set there by the junior Guzman, his 2nd foul. And now University makes 3 substitutions. Ryan Dunker's in for Brush. Adrian Lopez is out. And we have 4:31 to go in the game, and the Bee Diggers have got to start scoring on most of these possessions just to get back into the game. They're not thinking about winning yet. You got to get yourself in a position to win. Here's Isaac Natividad, picked up by Massey. Back out to Medina, dribbles to his right, pulls up from 10, and he bricked it, but the putback is up and missed by Chacon, and then the ball is loose. It's taken by Gunnar Guzman. Guzman now with his 8th down. Here comes Brush the other way. Ryan Dunker at the top. Dunker against Medina, picks up his dribble, bounce pass to Brown, he cuts to the basket and he missed an easy layup, and Chacon grabs the rebound. Oh, that was too easy for Ben Brown. Here's Natividad, looked like he traveled in the lane. He put it up and in, but that's got to be a travel. Yes, it is. Turnover number 8 for University, 1 fewer than Brush. 3:51 to go. Ben Brown had an easy layup off a gorgeous pass from Dunker. Dunker on the outside left to Corbin Massey. Massey in the left corner for Guzman. Guzman with the basketball, looking, bounce pass to Dunker, left of the lane. Dunker then had it stripped away, and it's intercepted by the Bulldogs. Bee Diggers with their 10th turnover. 3.5 to go. We are at the top of the hour here in Greeley. This is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. I'm John Beltran. The Bee Diggers trail the Bulldogs 45-34. Medina pulls up, and he misses off the glass. And the rebound in the hands of Ben Brown, but he's stripped in the backcourt. And then we've got a whistle and a foul at midcourt against the Bee Diggers. And it's committed by Corbin Massey. That's the 17th foul. And for University, with 3:15 to go in the game, they will attempt their first free throw. It'll be Isaac Natividad, who is scoreless. Natividad bends, spins, shoots, scores. And check that, Natividad had scored 5 points in the opening half. Second free throw is coming up for Isaac Natividad. The gym gets pretty quiet here, obviously, with a free throw. And that one's up, and that one is clanked off the back of the rim. And Dunker tips the ball out to Corbin Massey, who gains control of it. Massey to Mount. Mount in the left corner for Brown. Off the pick, takes a 3, and that's a terrible miss, an air ball. He missed it by about 3 feet off to the right. He had a bad angle there, and Brush commits a foul on the rebound. It was either Saucedo or Dunker. Both were right there. You don't want to slow this game down. Oh, no, Massey instead. So Natividad back to the line. Another 1-and-1, 18th foul. Brown is out. Lopez is in. This Bee Digger team has talent. Unfortunately, they're just falling on hard times offensively. The Natividad free throw is up, and that one's good. At this point, you just want to play solid defense. You don't want to start committing fouls, especially down 13. 47-34. Second free throw is good. The lead is 14. Dunker to Mount. Mount pulls up from 15. Yes! G-Money. He's now got 13 in the game. Here's Isaac Natividad, 48-36, 2:46 to go. No look pass to Menlo. He misses. He gets the ball back. He banks, and he misses again. And Armando Salcedo grabs the rebound for the Bee Diggers. Here comes Brush the other way. On the outside right is Dunker. Dunker right of the lane with the basketball. Lob down low for Lopez. Has a shot blocked out of there by Natividad. And then a foul in the backcourt. Don't commit frustration fouls. That's just a frustration foul right there. I mean, I get it. But Lopez plays so well and so hard that he clearly got a little frustrated. And the free throw by Natividad is up and in. Second free throw by Natividad is good. And the lead is now sitting at 14 points in the left corner. Salcedo into the lane, gets a defender in the air. He banks and scores. What a beautiful move by Armando Salcedo. 50-38. And there, a Bee Digger falls down. A traveling violation in the front court on Chacon. And for University, they commit their ninth turnover. The Bee Diggers with 2:07 to go have the basketball. Massey near the top to Lopez. Lopez against Chacon. On the outside left to Salcedo. Dribbles into the lane against Menlo. Back out Lopez. Straight away three is in and out. Oh, man, that was halfway down. And Menlo grabs the rebound as sixth. And University's going to slow it down with 1:49 to go, up by 12. Hurtado on the outside right with the basketball against Corbin Massey. Crossover dribbles by Massey, but they're not in a hurry to shoot, holding a double-digit lead with 1:38 remaining. Chacon against Mount, picked up by Dunker. Jump pass over there to Medina. Medina swings it left corner. Hurtado doesn't take the three, swings it back out to Chacon. And again, University just eating up clock in the right corner. Hurtado with the basketball. Now feeds it back out to Natividad. 1:22 to go. Bee Diggers might have to foul just to extend the game, because University's not going to shoot unless they get a layup. Here is Chance Hurtado behind his back against Trent Mount, who does commit the foul. That's the team's 10th. Mount with his third. And to the stripe is Chance Hurtado. He scored 3 points in the opening half. And University's really controlled the game since the outset when they went on a 9-0 run. And a timeout called by the Bee Diggers, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. 8:42-45-55, 73 seconds to go in the game in Greeley. And University leads Brush 50-38. And for the Bee Diggers, they're headed towards their fourth Patriot League loss in 6 games, while University is about to improve to 3-2. Big shout out to my good buddy Daryl Ortiz, call him D-Man. Lives out near Chicago in Naperville, Illinois. Had a great time last summer. Went to a couple of Cubs games. That's one of my good buddies, man. What an awesome time. And as much as I enjoyed the deep dish pizza, that Italian beef sandwich is one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. All right, it's Mount, Lopez, Dunker, Salcedo, and Massey for Brush. And the Bulldogs break the huddle here with Chacon, Menlove. Chance Hurtado is the free throw shooter. Paul Medina and Natividad. And the 2 free throws for Hurtado coming up off the double bonus. The first one is in. University leads by a baker's dozen, 51-38. Second free throw is upcoming. And that one's up and perfect. Here come the Bead Diggers into the front court. Dunker with the basketball at the top of the three-point circle for Mount. Mounts against Hurtado. Gets a pick, puts up a 16-footer, no good. And the long rebound into the hands of Paul Medina of University. Dribbles out of traffic, feeds Hurtado. Back to Medina. Bounce pass near the front court to Natividad. Crossover dribble and fouled at midcourt with 52.6 seconds to go by Corbin Massey. And that is his third. And this game is definitely over with a 14-point lead. And again, just giving him free throws. Natividad has been to the free throw line 6 times in the quarter. And this free throw's up and in. And he's made all of them but one. 53-38 Bulldogs. Another game where the Bead Diggers felt that they had a shot to get back in it, but they couldn't make some key shots down the stretch. Second free throw, yes. 7 points in the quarter, 12 in the game for Natividad, 54-38. Massey left of the lane, back out to Mount. T-Money dribbles left of the lane, leans, shoots, and scores. A little runner off the glass for Trent Mounts. He's got 6 in the quarter, 10 in the half, 15 in the game, 54-40. There's the lob mid-court to Medina, nearly fouled by Mount. Now he's going to feed it to Chacon, back out to Hurtado. The lob inside to Menlove. He lost the basketball. Lopez stripped it away, but it's ricocheted near midcourt to Hurtado, who's fouled by Mount. Well, now we have officials discussing the call because we have 2 different calls. But I thought it was against Brush. And a technical is called as well against the Bead Diggers. I think it was on Mount. Yeah, for Trent Mount, that would be his 4th personal, but now they've signaled a technical. So it's going to be 2 free throws, 2 off the double bonus, and then 2 technical free throws, and then possession of the basketball. I mean, it really doesn't matter at this point. It's just window dressing here because University has had control of this game as they are up by a 54-40 score. And now Mount with a personal and technical is officially fouled out with those 15 points. Free throw by Hurtado is up and in. It'll be here a while. He's going to attempt 4 free throws unless they give the 2 technicals to somebody else. But it wouldn't make any sense. The game is easily over. Second free throw's no good. Now the technicals are upcoming, and it'll be Natividad. Well, that makes sense because he's nailed 7 of his 8 free throws. University did not attempt a free throw. Now they've got, about 15 in this quarter. That one's up, and that one is off to the left. Well, they've only made 1 of the first 3 since the foul and technical were called. Second free throw by Natividad is up and in. All right, now if your Brush just play defense, no reason to commit a foul here. Into the front court to Chacon, back to Hurtado. 20 seconds to go. University not looking to shoot. Hurtado maintains the dribble. Yeah, do not foul. But Lopez with a strip. The ball's headed in the backcourt, and Lopez going to pick it up. He's going to bank and score. And Tyrone Whipple calls a timeout. All right. Well, 6.9 seconds to go, down by 14, but it is a 30-second timeout. Just a 30. (56-42) University. And for Brush, it's been a tough stretch. They've lost all 3 road games they played on a Friday. To Resurrection Christian, to Eaton, and now to the University Bulldogs. Yeah, I'm assuming this will be the final score. Down by 14. As the ball will be inbounded. Man, talk about an extension of the game here at the very end. Just throw it in and let's get out of here and look forward to Tuesday's game against Strasburg. Well, actually, they play tomorrow against Sidney, Nebraska. We will not have those games. Chacon baseball pass is going to be thrown all the way towards the other end and out of bounds. So the Bee Diggers will have it in the front court. They'll get one final shot here. Salcedo to throw it in. Salcedo, lobby to Dunker. Dunker backs up straight away 3, and that's off the back of the rim. And Ben Brown grabs the rebound, puts it up, and he misses, and that's it. Bee Diggers lose tonight, 56-42. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll wrap it up after this on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Digger postgame show tonight from Greeley is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan, your headquarters for your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. That's Mr. D's Ace Home Center. John Beltran back with you. The Bee Diggers lose tonight to the University Bulldogs 56-42. Let's bring in head coach Tyrone Whipple. And, Coach, it's one of the things that you said on Tuesday. We have to find a way to put the ball in the hole. And it seemed to me the opportunities were definitely there, even underneath the basket. It just didn't happen. And I don't think it's a matter of adjustment. It's just a matter of execution at this point.
And that's the bottom line, John. And that's what I told him. I told him at halftime, told him before the game. I said, we're not going to win ball games if we don't score. I said, we've got to put the ball in the hole. I guarantee you we missed over 20 layups tonight, which we would have been fine. I know within that first quarter, we missed about 7. And that's about it. I think we're playing great defense, doing the things we need to do. I think we negated their 2 top scorers, but if we can't put the ball in the hole, we're not going to win basketball games.
Yeah, they had this freshman who stepped up, Andre Chacon, with 17 points and 10 rebounds. He had a really good game, but again, when you give up 56 points in a high school game, that should be good enough to win on most nights. You've been able to do it, especially earlier in the year. And it looked to me, Coach, that you went about 3-4 minutes into the game. You went to the bench. You kept going to the bench, trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find somebody who can put the ball in the hole. If I find somebody who put the ball in the hole, they're going to play. We got to change something. We've got to move some people around. I wouldn't say we're desperate, but we definitely got to find out. I think we've lost our confidence, and we've got to find a way to get our confidence back, and we've got to find a way to score the ball efficiently.
What about attacking the basket? Because Dunker drove in, Lopez drove in, Brown was driving in at times. It looked like you had guys trying to do that. Yeah. But again, it's the disadvantage, the size disadvantage. There were a few block shots there, but at least you got to the line, at least more than University did over the first 3 quarters until the end when you had to start fouling.
Yeah, and I think we got layups, John. There's no excuses. We had opportunity. We missed uncontested layups tonight. We missed a lot of uncontested layups. Off our offensive system was working. We just couldn't put the ball in the hole. I think everybody out there, can raise their hand and say about missing a layup tonight. And we've got to score. We got to score those bunnies. We make half of those bunnies. We're still in this game tonight. But we've got to find a way to score. And that's my responsibility. And I've got to find a way. And I've got to move people around until I get somebody who has enough confidence they can put the ball in the hole.
All right, you mentioned that word a couple of times in confidence. Is it just having one good game to get that confidence back? Is that all it's going to take? Because you had the big-time confidence after that Yuma game, 61 points on a Saturday 3 weeks ago, and you got a game coming up tomorrow night on the road, so maybe that'll be a solution. But you know that as good as tonight's opponent was, one that took Sterling to overtime here, tomorrow night you got your hands full against Sidney.
Yeah, they got bigs who can score. Won't be bigs like here tonight who had a hard time putting the ball in the hole. But, yeah, they got bigs who can score. It's going to be tough. Doesn't get any easier down the road. We come back, we go home with Strasburg, and then we go on the road to Frontier on Friday. So it doesn't get any, we're laying an egg, down the road, and we've got to find a way to regroup, okay, and fight. We got to find a way to regroup and fight.
Well, maybe the good news is that the best basketball is yet to come. We've seen teams peak earlier in the season, and all of a sudden they get to late in the regular season into the playoffs, and I'm not saying they're choking, but what happens is that they've left their best basketball behind them. Obviously, for the Bee Diggers, it's yet to come.
Yeah, and I just think it's a confidence thing, John. You look at early in the year when we played against the Fredericks and we played against the Bennett's, we played tough. Even the Liberty Common, where we didn't shoot well, but we didn't stop fighting. And for some reason, there's something going on mentally that I have to fix as a coach, or it's gonna get ugly going downhill this last couple of games.
Well, the Bee Diggers still have a winning record at 8-6. Again, it's going to be a big challenge coming up tomorrow night at Sidney, Nebraska. And as you said, and you mentioned it at the outset, you're playing good defense, so it's not a matter of effort. It's a matter of performance, really, on just one end of the court.
And I think we're moving the ball. I think everything other than putting the ball in the hole, I think we executed the game plan tonight. We moved the ball well. We got it. We got attempts at the basket. Okay, and there was a few blocks, but we had more attempts at the basket that we could have scored. We missed uncontested shots.
Well, and the thing is that I saw statistically, in games you won, you were committing more turnovers. Now, the last 2 or 3 games, you haven't committed as many turnovers. I guess that's the frustrating part, is that there's more of a flow to the offense in losses than there were in victories. The difference was in those wins, you were just shooting the ball a lot better.
Yeah, Coach Whipple's Murphy's Law, I guess. So that's where we're at. But you know what? We're not going to quit fighting. I think I got a great group of guys. We got a good basketball team. It shows on the defense end of the floor. We just got to get our swagger back and find a way to get the ball in the hole.
Tyrone, thanks for your time.
Thanks,
go get him tomorrow night.
All right.
That's Brush Boys head basketball coach Tyrone Whipple. Tough loss tonight for the Bee Diggers, 56-42 in Greeley. Yeah, the coach meant it was a lot of layups. There's no question about it. I mean, a lot of shots down low, and we were talking about that throughout the course of the game. Let's run through the totals for the visiting Bee Diggers. They got 15 points from Trent Mount, 11 from Ryan Dunker. Next up in the scoring column with 4 points was Gunnar Guzman, along with Adrian Lopez, and then 2 points apiece by 4 players, Armando Saucedo, Ben Brown, Austin Perry, and Marcus Contreras. As for University, again, 17 points and 10 boards for Andre Chacon. Then you had 6 points apiece for Chance Hurtado, along with Nate Martinez and Logan Menlo. 4 points in the game for Paul Medina and Barry Holgerson. Rebounding totals, I had them even, 38-38, even though there were stretches there and where the Bee Diggers struggled to gain some rebounds. And part of that was height, part of it was positioning, but especially the guards did a good job for Brush. I mean, Ryan Dunker grabbed 5 rebounds. Adrian Lopez came up with 4. Gunnar Guzman and Trent Mount did lead the Bee Diggers with 8 rebounds apiece. And once again, 10 to lead University for Andre Chacon. The Bee Diggers 6 out of 12 from the free throw line, 50%. And University just over 70%, 11 out of 16. Both teams committed 11 turnovers in the game. Brush was down 12-5 after 1, 25-16 at the break. Were outscored 15-12 in the third and trailed 40-28, and then outscored in the fourth 16-14. University with a victory moves to 3-2 in Patriot League play. They're 8-6 overall, and the Bee Diggers are now 8-6, and they dropped to 2-4 in Patriot League play. And again, they might have their toughest team on the schedule outside of Resurrection Christian and in Sidney, Nebraska. Sidney actually split with Sterling this season. And then the Bee Diggers, as Coach mentioned, on Tuesday will be home to Strasburg. Our next game on KSIR and KSIR.com will be on Tuesday when the Brush girls take on Strasburg in Strasburg, as we will concentrate on league games throughout the remainder of the regular season. Time for the Bee Digger Player of the Game, brought to you by Cargill, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. And, boy, you've got a couple of candidates here. I'm going to give it to Ryan Dunker. He didn't have the numbers that Trent Mount did, but, boy, the way he engineered the offense, he really limited turnovers. And he was in foul trouble a week ago, did commit 2 fouls in this game, so he's a lot more disciplined tonight. Certainly Trent Mount a little bit better statistically, but Ryan Dunker, with the way he ran the show tonight and at times kept the Bee Diggers in the game, is the Bee Digger Player of the Game. Outstanding job by our sound engineer and producer, Rose Condas. I'm John Beltran on Facebook Live. You've been listening to the Brush Bee Digger post-game show from University High School in Greeley. The final score, University 56, Brush 42 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.